Skill or strategy, which one is going to save you on a motorcycle? Well, if you're in a hurry, the quick answer to this question is both. So there you can go about your day. I've saved you a whole bunch of time, but hopefully you'll stick around and hear the discussion on this, because I think part of it's going to surprise you. Because it seems to me there's a big misconception about skill and strategy, and one of these is more highly prized in the riding community to the detriment of the other, I think. So let's start with skill. How much skill do you need to be a safe rider on the road? Well, obviously, the more skill you have, the safer you're going to be. In my opinion, at a bare minimum, we're looking for a rider who has good control over their motorcycle. And a rider who has good control is going to be much more than an average rider out on the street. But how do we quantify good control? Well, off the top of my head and in general terms, a rider with good control of their motorcycle will be able to do the following skills with ease. A rider should be able to start, stop, and control their motorcycle in general riding conditions with no problems whatsoever. If you have problems with those basic skills, you don't have good control yet. They should be able to perform at least a 20-foot U-turn, but a little tighter would be nice. I know U-turns are not a life-saving skill, but it does demonstrate control of the motorcycle with good clutch, brake, and throttle control, and good head and eye discipline. The rider should have the ability to do an emergency stop on their motorcycle quickly and safely from various speeds. They should have the ability to swerve and safely avoid obstacles. They should have the ability to easily corner their motorcycle at various speeds and various degrees of cornering. The rider should be able to ride around a track, so if you've ever done a track day, you should be able to get on the track at a fairly brisk speed. I'm not talking about race speed by any means, but a fairly brisk speed with relative ease. Now, this is not an exhaustive list of everything a rider needs to demonstrate good control of their motorcycle, but it is a good starting point for this conversation. But here's the thing. I bet 98% of you watching this video said to yourself as I was going through that list, I can already do all that. I must have good control. But experience has shown me otherwise, and I've seen countless experienced riders come into a new rider class and struggle with some of the basic skills that we just talked about. And I also feel pretty confident in saying that if it's been several years since you've taken a training class that's forced you to perform these basic skills, or at least a dedicated practice session on your own performing these skills, you are in the best case situation rusty with your skills. So I encourage all riders to take a training class and continue their education on a motorcycle. So if you've taken the basic rider course and now you can't afford additional training, or you're having a hard time finding a class in your area, I encourage you to become a member of MCrider and practice using the field guide. You can ask questions on the forums. You can hang out with like-minded riders who want to be better also. You can also order a printed copy of the field guide at mcrider.com/fgbook. In the field guide, you'll find multiple exercises with problem resolution and coaching tips. There's QR codes that are going to link you directly to videos demonstrating the techniques found in this guide. And there are several exercises to help you work on the fundamentals, those skills that you need to stay safe out on the road. So you can become a member, get a digital copy, or if you don't want anything with membership, you can order a physical copy of the field guide at the links below. The field guide is a great tool to use in conjunction with the forums, where you can ask questions, you can get feedback, and you can hear what other riders and rider instructors think on a given subject. So we've established a rough idea of what a rider with good control is. To me, this is the bare minimum of control, as we stated earlier. More control is always better. So for a rider with good control, how does road strategy play a role in the importance of staying safe on a motorcycle? You know, our perception of road strategy is a lot like our perception of road skills in a sense. I've seen riders who talk about their riding skills only struggle in a new rider class, and I've heard riders talk about road strategy being nothing more than common sense, but then they throw all caution to the wind while riding on the street. You know, road strategy is not hard to understand, but it seems to be fairly hard to practice, because many of the riders I've seen in the DFW area are throwing road strategy out the window when they throw a leg over a motorcycle. So there are some key fundamentals to employing a good road strategy, and I like the way the MSF provides some tools to help remember them. The first of these is C. That stands for search, evaluate, and execute. So as you're riding, you're constantly searching. You're scanning the road up ahead of you so that you're searching for potential traps or potential hazards. And then you're evaluating those. You know, as a car pulls up to a red light, you're evaluating, is that car going to pull out in front of me? Do they see me? Is there a car behind me? Can I change lanes if I need to? So you're evaluating the situation and the potential hazards that you're facing, and then we're executing it. We have either a plan in place if the worst case goes wrong, or maybe we change lanes to put ourselves in a better position to be seen by the traffic around us. So we're constantly searching, evaluating, and executing as we ride. The next basic strategy is to see and be seen. So, seeing can happen by a lot of ways. We can wear, brighter motorcycle gear to help be seen. We can adjust our lane position so that we can see up the road and so that drivers can see us. There's a lot of ways that we can both see what's going on and be in a position to be seen by the drivers around us. So that's something else that we're constantly evaluating. Can I see up the road? If not, what do I need to do that? And can I be seen by the drivers who are around me? So if you combine the first two strategies with creating for yourself time and space on a motorcycle, you're well on your way to performing the fundamentals of a good road strategy. But what do I mean by creating time and space? Following distance is one of the key strategies to surviving on a motorcycle. If you ride on the highway or around town, right on that rear bumper of the car in front of you, you're just a crash waiting to happen. Following distance often keeps the mistakes of other drivers from having a direct impact on me. Following distance opens up my view around me and allows others the best chance to see me. Following distance gives me time to see and predict potential hazards and adjust to them rather than having to react to them at the last second. So which would you rather do? If you're riding down the road at 70 miles per hour, would you rather just change lanes at 70 miles per hour or have to aggressively swerve or emergency brake at 70 miles per hour? Knowing that if you get that swerve or the braking wrong, or that driver behind you doesn't see you in time, it could have catastrophic effects. Having time and space gives you the ability to control your ride, making adjustments on the road rather than having to react at the last second, and more importantly, without having to trust everyone around you who's on their cell phone to do the right thing. We can't control other cell phone use, but we can greatly control the effect that it has on us and our ability to get home, and it starts by having a good road strategy. So road skills, road strategy, it takes both to be a safe rider, but if I had the choice of being a highly skilled rider and use no road strategy with poor following distance, high rates of speeds, and lack of situational awareness, or a rider with good control as defined earlier in this video and employs a good road strategy as we've defined in this video, I'll take the latter. Skill is important, but if you let your skill destroy your road strategy, you're just playing a game of Russian roulette, and it's eventually going to catch up with you. Till next week, guys, it's Kevin with MCrider, and I'll see you on the road. There's a whole lot more to MCrider than just the weekly videos. Go to mcrider.com/member. You'll get instant access to the forums and the field guide. You get ad-free MCrider videos and a whole lot more. Go to mcrider.com/member for all the details.